You open your phone to check one notification. You put it down. 45 minutes later. Does that sound familiar? Don't worry, it's not your fault. And I mean that literally. It's not your fault. Because what you just experienced, it wasn't an accident. It was engineered. Today, we're talking about the attention economy, how billion-dollar companies have turned your focus into their biggest product. And spoiler, I don't think you ever agreed to be sold. Let's start from the top. What even is the attention economy? Here's the deal. Social media platforms like Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, even the platform that you're using right now, thank you, Kennedy, don't technically charge you to use their platform. They say it's free, but here's the catch. Nothing is free. If you're not paying with your money, you're paying with something way more valuable, your time and your attention. The more time that you spend on the app, the more ads that they show you, which means the more money that they make. Simple math, right? In his book, The Attention Merchants by Tim Wu, has been describing how this has been happening since the age of television and newspapers. But the internet? Nah. The internet took it to a completely different level. According to the Pew Research Center, the average American spends over 2 hours per day on social media. It's 2 hours of ad inventory that companies can literally utilize daily per person across billions of users. Do you see why your attention is worth billions of dollars to them? So, how do they keep you on the app? Let me show you what's going down under the hood. Let's talk about feature one, the infinite scroll. So, as we all know, there's not really a bottom to TikTok. There's no last page on your Instagram. That was a deliberate design choice. Like, they chose that. They removed any natural stopping point so your brain can say, all right, I'm done. No, that's not in their vocabulary. Feature two, the personalized algorithm. Now, TikTok's For You page and Instagram's Explore tab don't just show you random content. They study everything. How long you're on a video, what you skip, what you rewatch. They build this kind of like psychological profile on you, and then they serve you content that's perfectly tailored to your interest. It feels like the app really knows you, because it kind of does. Last feature, feature three, constant notification. Your phone buzzes. Someone commented. Someone liked your photo. A creator you just followed just posted. Every single ping is a tiny invitation back onto the app. And most of the time, you accept it. I know you do. This is not a coincidence. As author Neil Postman says in the Amusing Ourselves to Death book, he basically tells us that media isn't just a neutral delivery system. These platforms were built to maximize their engagement, period. Okay, I'm gonna tell you guys a part that genuinely blew my mind when I first learned about it. The psychology behind all of this. It's always a science. Every time you post something, you get a like, you get a comment, you get a share, you get a repost, whatever. Your brain releases dopamine. That's like the same chemical involved in like eating your favorite food, watching your favorite show. It feels good, and your brain wants more of it. But here's the wild part. Researchers and former tech insider has compared the like button to a genuine slot machine, like the ones in casinos. You don't know if your post will get 3 likes, 300 likes, or 3 billion likes. That unpredictability, that's what kind of makes it addictive. And according to the American Psychological Association, excessive social media use has been linked to increased rates of anxiety, depression, and poor sleep, especially in young adults. What do we keep doing anyway? We keep on scrolling. Because by the time you realize what's happening, the algorithm has already figured out the next video that'll just keep you watching. Again, it's always the algorithm. Let me hit you with some numbers real quick. Average person unlocks their phone 96 times a day. That's once every 10 minutes. 71% of people say they sleep with their phone within arm's reach. Teens spend an average of 7+ hours a day on screens. That doesn't even include schoolwork. Think about what you could be doing in half of that time. Learn an instrument, pick up a hobby, sleep. Yes, like her. Look, I'm not here to shame you because I'm a college student. TikTok, I use Instagram, YouTube open up in another tab as we speak. I get it. You're watching this on the YouTube. There's a huge difference between using social media and being used by social media. All right, we've diagnosed the problem, but what's the fix? Now, I'm not gonna tell you to delete all of your apps and move to a farm with absolutely no Wi-Fi. This isn't Hannah Montana. It's not realistic, and honestly, that's not the point I'm trying to get across. The point is awareness. Once you understand how these systems work, start making more intentional choices about how you use your social media. A few things that actually help. Turn off non-essential notifications. Your Instagram likes will still be there in an hour. Don't need to know them the second that they happen. Number 2, use your screen time or a digital well-being setting on your phone. That data alone can be your wake-up call. Number 3, be intentional on why you're using the app. You opening TikTok because you want to? Because your thumb just went there. There's a difference. Number 4, create a phone-free zone. Bedroom, dinner table, the first 30 minutes of your morning. These small boundaries really do add up. It isn't really for me to expect perfection, or anybody to expect perfection within themselves. The goal is to be a little bit more in control of where your attention goes, because your attention is yours. Let's talk about the bigger picture. This is the thing that sticks with me probably the most out of this entire segment. These platforms are not going anywhere. The attention economy isn't going anywhere. That means that this conversation about what we pay attention to and why isn't going anywhere either. As being a young person who grew up online, kind of the first generation to have to figure this out in real time. There's no instruction manual, but as they always say, knowledge is power. Understanding why you feel the urge to check your phone, understanding that it was designed to make you feel that way, that's the first step. The next time you open an app, ask yourself this: am I using this, or is it using me? I'm Kennedy. Thanks for watching! And if you made it to the end of this video without checking your phone, honestly, that's impressive, so you get a gold star. Right there. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And yes, I understand the irony. A big shout out to our sources: The Attention Merchants by Tim Wu, Amusing Ourselves to Death by Neil Postman, the Pew Research Center, and the American Psychological Association.